non-virtue that the Buddha advised us to pay attention to is harsh speech. So this is speech that hurts somebody else's feelings. So it's different from divisive speech, because with divisive speech, I'm upset with this person, so I talk to another person. With harsh speech, I'm upset with this person, and then I say something mean to them directly. So harsh speech includes insulting, belittling, criticizing, ridiculing, teasing, making fun of, all these kinds of ways that we do to kind of disparage and humiliate somebody else. Okay? So it often comes from anger, or it often comes from jealousy. It may come from other emotions too, but I think anger and jealousy are probably the chief ones. And so we just, get anger is pent up and we explode and we think, this person did something wrong and they need to know it. So for the benefit of all sentient beings with compassion, I'm going to tell them how to improve themselves. And then we go, you did this and you did that, and blah, 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 and we blame them and disparage them and swear at them and call them names. And then at the end we think, oh, good, I feel so much better, I got that off my chest. But the other person, they often feel rotten, they feel really hurt, or they're angry in return and they respond with anger. And so we just started a nice little argument. I blew up at them, and then they blew up back at me, and then I back and forth, and and this happens so often, again, in work situations, in families, and it's really quite tragic when we blow up and our temper just takes control of the situation. Now, some people don't blow up, and because they're afraid of their own anger, or often as women we're told, you don't have any right to get angry, you're supposed to be nice. So what we do instead is we completely back away from the situation. I'm angry, what do? I turn around, I leave, my behavior is ice cold. I turn around, I go back to my room, and I pout, and I fume, and I feel sorry for myself. But that's a form of communication too. So we may not communicate with our speech, but it could also be, in many cases, considered harsh speech. Because what we're really saying is, you are not worthy of me speaking to, because I am so hurt and angry. Okay? So, very often these kind of arguments start with some small thing, because especially in relationships where we know somebody very well, we don't always, kind of disagree with them, because it's just too exhausting to always disagree. We supposedly let things go, but we don't really let them go. We keep them in the back of our mind so that the next time we have a big fight, I can bring them out and say, okay, we're fighting about this, but last week you did this, and the week before you did that, and the week before that you did that. And I've kept a whole nice, neat list of all these things to use as ammunition next time we have a fight. Okay? So we do like this. It's really rather foolish. Some people have such a temper that they just explode, over some small thing. And then they just say to the people around them, well, I'm an angry person, and you just, that's the way I am. There's nothing I can do. You have to live with me. And that's not fair, because we are not inherently angry. Yeah, anger is not embedded in the nature of our mind. We can change. And it's not fair to just say, well, I have the right to explode because I have anger, and so you, my family, the people who I care about the most, you just have to put up with my bad moods. Yeah, it's not fair to everybody else. And it creates a lot of negativity. In terms of negative karma, and a lot of ill will between people.